Nintendo, you had disappointed me. I literally thought that their successor for like the Nintendo Switch 2 would be like a success, or at least consumer friendly. Like, it doesn't have to be a success, but at least consumer friendly. But that's one of the things that they didn't really do, and try to make this as a norm thing, is to not have a consumer friendly advice and whatever they try to put out for the consumers, and especially coming over here for America. Now, I heard a lot of terror, but that doesn't mean that the tariffs is going to destroy the success of the Switch. However, though, it's what people have heard about news and leaks or whatever case may be, about not owning your games, and you had to pay like what, a separate amount of a lot of money just to get like the whole full thing in order to be able to even play the game like that. And like, basically you don't really own anything. You just spend a lot of money just for the device that could not even play the game. You have to download it. Like, the game that you have a physical copy of, that's like a key, or that's what I heard, or something like that. There's so many rumors. But if the Switch 2 is not consumer friendly, then that's a problem. That's a very much of a problem. Now, my last videos, I was like, yeah, Nintendo and PC had won, like Steam on PC, but I was so wrong. All of these greedy ass companies literally are just greedy as hell. They don't care about the consumer, how much they spend their money. They don't care. They'll make sure they'll squinch at least each amount of money out of your pockets. That's what they're doing with consoles. I have a frustration with is with the online situation, and I think it's the same way with Nintendo. Even though Nintendo games are much fun as I remembered, and that's why I still support them, but there's until the Switch 2, we got people saying, yo, drop the price, freaking live, bro, because it's about to be around $80, maybe to even $90. We're gonna possibly even see $100 if it's a tariffs or more games coming out around like that high much of a price. Absolutely insane. Come on, bro. I'm so disappointed in Nintendo. You know, I'm glad I'm moving away from consoles. This pushed me a little away from consoles, but I still like consoles because they still have their own values and whatnot. But still, it's like, man, might as well just hop on PC, bruh. I mean, like, damn, Nintendo, you really gonna have to do like this to us like that? Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, this is disappointing. PC gaming, you know, Steam and whatever, they won, okay? I have their Steam Deck. I almost have a year already. Yeah, I've been enjoying the last bit of it. You know, I've been enjoying it. And might even get the Switch OLED. Not the Switch OLED. Oh my god, no, not the Switch OLED. My bad. But crazy thing is, the CEO, whoever, had said that if you can't afford a Switch 2, then you might as well stick with your Switch 1. Okay, at least he said that, but gosh dang, that's how you know that people can't afford a console and not gonna even pay so many $100 for a console. Like, come on, bro. You might as well I highly recommend, if you want the Switch, get the Switch Lite. It's handheld, portable, whatever. It doesn't have the detachable. That's the original one. But if you get the Lite version, way cheaper. Get your game, and boom, you'll be able to just run and play around the road or something like that. So it's like, but come on, Nintendo. How come Steam has much better policies and more consumer friendly than y'all guys? I mean, like, come on, bro. On my last videos, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm not saying I was glazing Nintendo. I was saying, yeah, Nintendo had won and PC had won. I was so wrong. After I heard a whole bunch of rumors, a whole bunch of news that how the Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be functional, I'm out. I'm completely out, and y'all could have that. Y'all could have that if Japan, whatever, their own country is willing to, take the success of the Nintendo Switch 2, then that's them, whatever. But around America, nobody's gonna pay a whole bunch of $100 just for a console, just to play on the console, and just for you to play the game. They literally also had you pay extra just to know how the Switch 2 works. I mean, like, come on, man. What, no free tutorial? I mean, matter of fact, tutorials do not have to be paid. Like, not at all. The tutorial is supposed to be there from the start. It's supposed to be there when you purchase your device. It's supposed to teach you. The device is supposed to teach you how to use the thing. Why I gotta pay extra just to go and figure out how the device works? Like, what? Absolutely insane, bro. Like, Nintendo lost me as a customer while ago. I don't think I'll ever come back to Nintendo, and I don't think they're gonna change their ways. Just like every other company don't like to change their ways, they not either. So we might as well just like not come back to them at all. If you're not really going to spend this whole bunch of chunk of money on certain devices and certain payments for like every month, if you want to play online and stuff, then don't get the console. PC is way flexible, man. I'm telling you, PC is way flexible. I know majority of you on PC, but last year I just got into PC because due to the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck literally got me into PC gaming. I was enjoying every last bit of it. Not only I could customize my stuff, I could customize my animations, I could customize, like, come on, bro. I could customize certain stuff. I could do mods on my favorite games, like Ninja Gaiden. I could do mods on them, like. And I heard emulation is a thing as well, but I don't know how to do emulation, so you won't see any emulated games anytime soon. But hopefully one day I will get into emulation for educational purpose. But yeah, Nintendo, you went to the ground too. I'm sorry. It's not like I was not glazing Nintendo. And I was not trying to glaze, PlayStation and Xbox. They have their own values, they have their own, and whatever you choose of playing a console is whatever you choose. It's up to you if you want to play these type of games or pay every month or whatever. Just still play regardless because it's a Nintendo product. I don't even know. Or you still pay the product because it's a PlayStation. I heard even PlayStation keeps messing up with reselling the same game but overprice it. Like, come on, bro. And Nintendo as well. Like, come on, you can't do that. If we have the game, we have the game. Make sure it's just going to be a little better with graphics or FPS or whatever case may be. Come on, bro. Nintendo, you lost, bro. You lost. PC gaming, they won. Steam, they won because I like the fact that Steam doesn't give a flying flip about greedy companies ruining their platform, and as they should do that. Steam, they're more way consumer friendly than any other platform. Way consumer friendly. So I'm glad Steam is stepping foot against these greedy companies. It might even get better and better until they possibly could make their own console that is user friendly, affordable at least. I could be able to download my games or whatever and keep my games on the device that I own. By the way. It's not physical. I own the game because I purchased it on my account. Why is it so hard for these greedy companies just to realize most people's not going to pay for all of this, despite the fact that yes, inflation, yes, tariffs, whatever, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to make yourself not consumer friendly. Like, come on, man. Yep, I'm done. Nintendo, you could suck my balls, and yeah, I will see you in another video. Peace.